Do or do not, there is no try. As Yoda said to Luke Skywalker as a bit of a pep talk for his upcoming battle with the Sith leader. The scene reminds me of the inspirational quotes from former Prime Minister of Britain, Winston Churchill, to which he delivered to maintain morale amongst the beaten people of the UK. With that, I'm going to talk about a few of the many allegories of the Second World War cleverly hidden in the film franchise Star Wars. Most people think that Star Wars is a series of films, but in fact, they are a vague euphemism for a significant point in history. Now, most of these points are assumed by myself or by others. I'm a huge fan of the films, and I'm also a big fan of world history, so this is very exciting for me. Some of the points are mirrored after major and minor points in the Second World War. One being that Yoda is mirrored for Winston Churchill, Senator Palpatine has an insatiable thirst for power like Hitler, the Viceroy and his assistant represent Japan and Italy, and Qui-Gon portrays FDR. Yoda is my favorite character for his wisdom, his comfort, and his kooky, as well as his wise advice that he gives to the people who seek advice from the Master. His determination to protect the people that he loves is largely linked into the way Winston Churchill felt about his people. A large portion of Yoda's personality and most of his facial features and expressions mirror exactly Winston Churchill. Winston Churchill was a heavy drinker. He was also very kooky at times, but he maintained a serious attitude during times of war. He wanted to end it, so did Yoda. The iconic quote, "May the Force be with you," sounds like a response to Winston Churchill's most famous quote. So you have enemies. You've stood up for something that you believe in. My next point. Hitler is portrayed as Senator Palpatine. He worked for military intel, which is how he shifted into politics. He worked his way up and then eventually named himself emperor, or dictator. Palpatine backstabbed, murdered, took his own title. He was a very two-faced man. Both had nice political faces, but very dark intentions. Both of them exterminated millions of people, lives were lost, and planets were blown up. The Viceroy and his assistant spoke in accents that should not have been anywhere in the films. But the Viceroy spoke in a Japanese accent representing Japan's involvement in the war, and his assistant was an Italian accent representing Mussolini. Qui-Gon Jinn portrays FDR because neither one of them wanted to enter the war. They did not want the bloodshed, they did not want the lives lost. Both protected their allies with their lives. Their intentions to end the war after it started was very prominent. Both died in times of war, and their unforgotten devotion reigned throughout the people. Thank you for listening to my speech, and I hope this ends the Jedi versus Sith debate. Thank you.